Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We have the Syndicate Collectibles 1/12 scale Eddie Quest Werewolf from the Howling on the left, and we have the pretty new Neca Ultimate Howling Werewolf. The one on the left, more of a stylized take. The one on the right by Neca, definitely going for more straight out of the movie kind of look. But I really appreciate the fact that both companies have given us options when it comes to collecting werewolves from the Howling in action figure form. It's something I never thought I'd see, to be honest, and now we have two options. So let's get into it. Drop a like on the video for me, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram at DeanKnight333. Now the Syndicate Collectibles werewolf here that we'll be looking at, that's actually an early sort of sample from Syndicate Collectibles that I got to review on the channel. So I don't know if it's any different from the actual release, which is this one, because when I received the sample it just came in a white box. And then I bought one from Big Bad Toy Store separately because I want to keep it boxed, and he's in there. I don't think there's any difference. Obviously you get hands. This one came with hands as well, but they're in storage at the moment. But you do get hands in there. Beautiful artwork on the Syndicate Collectibles box. You got the film poster on the inside. Some really cool artwork on the outside. Little Velcro strip there holds it all in place. Yep, and then the Neca box, mine got pretty bashed up. I got it from AliExpress, but I got two more of these coming from Big Bad Toy Store once they get them in, so I'll have some nice mint boxes. But yeah, I like the Neca box a lot. Just a classic film poster on the front and some pictures of the figure on the back. I do find it easier to get the Syndicate Collectibles werewolf to stand up without a stand. I don't really tend to leave him without a stand when I go out of the room. I do have one for him, but for the purposes of filming and taking pictures he'll stand up for you pretty much no problem, which I've always enjoyed about it. Not so much with the new Neca one. You really do need a stand for that one. And also seeing them side by side like this, I notice how good a job Syndicate Collectibles did at hiding the joints in the legs. I mean, you can see where the joints are, but you can't see the actual like visible kind of connections there. Like you can see the side little bolts, you can see the joint itself. You know, it's not pretty, you know, as you can see there. But then we come over to the Syndicate Collectibles one, and it's all kind of cleverly hidden by layers of sculpted hair. So very, very well done with hiding the joints on the Syndicate Collectibles. And here they are facing us, pretty much in the same pose as each other. And just take a look. I like the way both of them have that movie accurate, the way the fur kind of comes in on the chest and forms that kind of line down the center. They both have that. It's a bit more obvious on the Neca one, but I just believe that the Syndicate Collectibles version is more of a stylized look, almost like a, you know, if someone made an animated movie or an animated kind of follow-on to the Howling, they'd look something like this maybe, or a video game version of them. Because since the Neca one has come along, obviously it's a lot more accurate to the film. I mean, the shape of the ears, the shape of everything, I mean, it's really, really impressive. But I just think of them as two different styles, very different from each other. But if you're a big fan of the movie, definitely think it's worth having both. Syndicate Collectibles standing up well on its own, even though I kind of got him leaning forward. He's quite, you know, off balance, but those feet are still able to hold him up. It's got a really intense look in the eyes on this version, really quite startling. Very intense, very evil, but standing up well. Don't think I'd be able to do something like that without the stand with the Neca one. But the stand works well that they give you here. It just pinches onto the groin area, and that's it, you know. Haven't had him fall over when he's using that once, so seems to be quite reliable. I did manage to get the Neca figure to stand up without the base, but he does keep falling over, so just for the sake of this little bit of footage, it looks good, but he won't stay like that for long. It did leave the Syndicate Collectibles one without a base for a couple of days when I first got it, and he didn't fall over. I just feel safer using a stand with him. But he's a bit more reliable. But the Neca one's doing it. And looking good. But as much as he's leaning forward, he's still standing up on his own. It's just he's got slightly a bit more wider feet or something, just to give him a bit more balance. But it is good to see, even with that much of a lean forward, and the arms coming forward as well, he's standing up well. I've still got the Neca one just balancing. I got him howling up at the moon. It looks really cool. Now, I don't remember what figure that stand is from, but that's the one I use for my Syndicate Collectibles Howling Werewolf. It's a bit obvious, but it really is nice and secure, and I just feel very safe with that one. And the Neca one comes with that one there, the old groin pincher. Does the job. You get 2 different length poles so that you can have him more upright or more crouched. Alright, now I've switched out the heads on both figures to closed mouth, and the eyes on this head sculpt from the Neca figure are a bit all over the place. The left eye there is looking up, the other one's looking forward, but the articulated jaw head sculpt with the blood around the mouth, the eyes on that are great, so that's the one I tend to use the most. I got him kind of really hunching forward here, and there's really good articulation in the figure. Using the stand because he's leaning forward, he's never going to stand up like that. But yeah, there you go. Nice to have the different styles of head sculpts. Look how good that looks. This could be my favourite Neca figure ever made. Could be. I have to think about it, because I say that and I look over on the shelf, I see Krampus and the Halloween Ends and the Halloween Kills figures are really, really good. The Kessler Wolf from American Werewolf in London, so much amazing stuff made by the company. The eyes on this head sculpt are really good, by the way. It's just the non-articulated open mouth, clean teeth head sculpt, and both eyes are fine. So it's just my closed mouth head sculpt has wonky eyes. Other than that, it's all good, but look how good that looks. Urge everyone out there to get this. Even if you haven't, seen the movie or you're not the biggest fan, try it. Get a werewolf and get this one. Get the Syndicate Collectibles one as well. Look at that. He's awesome. But I know, the Neca stuff is probably more readily available, like at Target and stuff like that. In America, you'll see this on the shelf and you'll hold it and you think, yeah, maybe. Now get it. Get this. Get this figure. You will not regret it. Yeah, man, this is amazing. And I love them both, but one is definitely, if you are strapped for cash and you can only get one, I can't BS people. I'm gonna say this is the one you need to get. Obviously, look at it, it's very movie accurate, incredible. But this one, more of a stylized take. And for all the hardcore Howling fans, you got to have this one as well. And he'll go well with all your other 1/12 scale figures, like the Mezco stuff. Whereas this one goes really good with all your other Neca collection. And that's an SH Figure Arts 1/12 scale Deadpool. It's a little bit oversized with the werewolf behind him there, a bit too big, but it kind of still works, definitely. Because they were big werewolves in the movie. Maybe not that big. Almost. So SH Figure Arts Deadpool scales very well with the also 1/12 scale Syndicate Collectibles Howling Werewolf. That looks about right to me. Here's the Syndicate Collectibles Werewolf next to the Mezco Predator 1/12 scale figure, Jungle Hunter, the original. They look great together. Werewolf is taller. That is a modified Predator. That's the Neca mask on the Mezco figure, with some other changes as well. And it's all on the channel. Alright, now we have the in-art 1/12 scale Batman, Christian Bale. It's an amazing figure for something that small. It just looks so real, and it's so accurate compared to some of the 1/6 scale options and quarter scale, you know, figures that have been made over the years. That is something else, that figure. They're both 1/12 scale, and that's how they look together. Don't fancy your chances, Batman. Back to the Batcave. Two different scales, but I wanted to see what they look like together. Obviously the werewolf should be a lot smaller compared to Pumpkinhead. That's the Syndicate Collectibles 1/12 scale Pumpkinhead figure. And yeah, this not gonna look right together like this. Pumpkinhead would tower over the werewolf, but it's two great examples of classic movie monsters brought to life by Syndicate Collectibles and Neca. Here is the Neca Howling Werewolf next to some of my other favourite recently released, relatively recently I guess, other Neca figures in the same scale. You got the... oh, he's gonna go. He really doesn't want to stand up for me. Let's try and get this footage before he does topple over. But yeah, you got Alien Romulus, Alien, you got the Krampus figure here. That's an amazing piece. Love that one. But just to show you the size, these are three of the bigger Neca figures out there, not including all the quarter scale stuff. But they look great together. Neca certainly give you a lot of different options, different characters, a lot of different stuff to choose from. There's something for everyone, especially the horror fans. They look after us. Oh, I can't wait for Art the Clown. He's coming soon. That's going to be a good one. Clean version and the bloody version. You look out for that, folks. I'll definitely be getting those. Just give you a bit more footage of these two together. Again, both by the same company, same scale. Alien Romulus, Scorched Xenomorph, and the Howling Werewolf. They look great together. And with Krampus too. Creepy old Krampus. With all his real metal chains and bells. He is posable in places, like the hands, the arms, the head. But he is amazing. The side profile on that thing is just awesome. Yeah, these two, these are great figures. They're all great. Love the translucency of certain areas on the alien here. There you go, we got Michael Myers next to the werewolf. Looks great. Love the Halloween Ends figure. Don't like the movie, love the figure. And I wish they'd make this in quarter scale, that would be awesome. My girlfriend said the other day, she saw it straight away, she said, why does it look like he's wearing a diaper? They really need to just axe the leg articulation for the Myers figures. We don't need leg articulation, really. I don't think anyone's going to miss that. Keep the articulation in the arms, the head, you know, the wrists, elbows, but lose the underwear look. It just is not that bad on this one, but other figures it's really obvious. I just think it's time to ditch the diaper vibes. Ditch them. I've tried to stand up the Neca Howling Werewolf as tall as I can, tried to straighten the legs as much as possible, and I measured him. Standing up like this, he's 10 inches tall. You know, it's a big figure. And there he is next to the Freddy's Revenge. That's part 2, Neca Freddy. It's one of my favourite Freddy figures right there. He does have a little bit of a height advantage because of the little base I'm using here. But stood fully upright, he's massive. Alright folks, I'll wrap it up. I hope you've enjoyed seeing both of these two together. I recommend both of them, but if you can only get one, the Neca figure is more accurate. The Syndicate Collectibles, like I said before, a bit more stylized look, but still essential if you are a Howling fan. So drop a like on it, let me know what you think in the comments, and like I said in the review for the Howling Neca figure, once I get the other two from Big Bad Toy Store, I'll do another video showing you all three together. Probably going to repaint one of them, so that will change up the look as well. I love them. I love this movie. I've even got it as my my screensaver on my phone. Got Eddie there. It's my phone. It's been there for a while. So big Howling fan. Just really appreciate two different companies giving us the options. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, folks. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.